Allegations of abuse within a Vermont religious community. This time, though, it's not involving the Catholic Church. Shelby Cashman joins us now to explain. Shelby?
Steve, the alleged sexual abuse occurred over 2 decades ago within the Bellows Falls congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, 2 alleged victims are suing the church and the alleged abuser for damages.
It's difficult to put into words the effect sexual abuse has had on me.
Abuse Miranda Lewis says she suffered at the hands of a leader at the Bellows Falls congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Throughout my life, I have struggled with depression, anxiety, self-identity, and countless other issues that I now realize stem from my sexual abuse.
Lewis, now 23, says she was sexually abused when she was 5 years old. Her sister, Anessa, now 27, says she was also abused by the same person at the age of 4. Now, the sisters are bringing civil lawsuits against not only the alleged abuser, but the Bellows Falls congregation itself and the national governing body of all Jehovah's Witnesses, the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of New York, who they say covered it up. The girl's mother, Miranda Lewis, says she went to her local congregation's elders, the leaders within the Jehovah's Witness religion, when she learned of the allegations. And she says she was told to keep quiet. And church doctrine teaches that anyone outside the religion, in the outside world, could be harmful.
Bringing them to the world, anyone who wasn't a Jehovah's Witness, the world was considered an evil place, and that was something we should not do.
Marina says she and her daughters immediately left the Bellows Falls congregation to get away from the abuser and joined a new one in Vermont. She also says despite church teachings, she went to the police in 1996, but no charges were filed.
We don't know how much they knew about this particular individual and what they covered up. The only way we'll find out is when we get the records.
Jerry O'Neill won millions for Vermont sex abuse victims by suing the Catholic Diocese of Burlington. And California attorney Erwin Zalkin has filed more than 15 complaints of sexual abuse within the Jehovah's Witness community all over the country. He says abuse often goes unreported due to what he calls the religion's strict code of silence.
If an elder of the congregation receives a report of sexual abuse of a child, or indeed of any sin, they must have either a confession from the abuser or 2 eyewitnesses to the event in order for them to take any kind of action.
Marina Lewis and her daughters have now left the Jehovah's Witness community entirely, but say they hope bringing attention to the alleged sexual abuse will help save others.
While the past can never be changed, confronting these people is an essential part in my healing process, and I hope will help prevent future abuse to other children.
Now, we reached out to both the Bellows Falls congregation and the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, but did not hear back. Steve?
Now, Shelby, this is a civil suit, but the mom says she talked to police. Now, were there ever criminal charges ever?
Steve, well, we did confirm with state police that they investigated the case back in 1996 and forwarded it to the Windham County State's attorney at the time, Dan Davis, and he told me earlier this evening on the phone that he cannot recall the case and couldn't say why charges weren't filed. Steve?
Shelby, thanks.